Right, very good morning to one and all. And a warm welcome to the next session on Python. So far in the previous sessions, we had completed the topic of strings, how to define a string, how to slice a string, how to find the length of the string, and then how to use that format method, join method, split method, etc. on strings. And we had also seen that how to convert a string into uppercase or how to convert a string into lowercase or how to find a substring in the given string. So in the previous session, we have learned all these things. So when we are finding a string, if the string exists in the, for example, when we are finding a substring, for example, let us consider, we had already seen this one, a equal to something called as English, and we want to find whether the given string was present, for example, print, okay, print, find of print a dot find of e, and if you run this code, right, if you run this code, we are getting the output of 0 because e was found at the position 0, and if you had changed this one to n, you will get the output as 1 because n is at position number 1. And if you give some character which is not present in the given string, then you are going to get -1. Okay, so if I want to find something called as ei, and if I run the code, I am going to get -1. So this is what we had studied in the previous session. Now, in today's session, we are going to work on files in Python. So files in the sense, by using a Python program, we are going to open a file and we are going to work on that file, and then we are going to close that file. So when we are working with the files, okay, when we are working with the files, keep one thing. So we are going to look at the files in Python today. Files in Python. First thing. So every programming language is going to support working with files. So in C programming language also, we can work with the files. In Java also, we can work with the files, and in Python also, we can work with the files. So it may be any programming language. So what are the things we can perform on files by using programming languages? So here we can read the data from the file. We can write the data into the file. We can append the data, or we can copy the data from one file to another file, or we can find whether a given string or given data present in the file or not, find string or data, etc. So these are the different operations which can be performed on files in any programming language. Okay, so in order to perform such type of operations, okay, in order to perform such type of operations, we need to know the procedure of how we can go with the files in the programming languages. So there are 3 steps. Okay, there are 3 steps in order to work with the files, right? First one is that we need to open a file, and the second one is that we need to complete our work on the files. It may be reading or writing, etc. Whatever it may be, reading or writing. After working with the file is completed, we have to close that file. Okay, these 3 steps we need to perform in any program. We need to open, and then we need to work on that file. Working on that file means whether we want to read the data, we can read the data, or whether we want to write the data, we have to write the procedure in such a way that it will write the data into the file. or if we want to copy the data, we need to write the procedure of copying the data. So whatever the work may be, on the files, first we need to open it. After opening only, we can perform the work. After performing, after our work is completed with that particular file, we can close that file. Okay, so this file handling is a very important aspect when we are working with web applications. Okay, when we are writing a programming and that programming is going to work on some web applications, this file handling is very important. So in Python, so Python language supports several functions. There are some default functions in Python which are used for creating or reading or updating, or that means appending and deleting files. So in Python especially supports many functions for file handling. We had already seen many functions in string handling. For finding the length, we had used the len function. Okay, for joining the strings, we used the join, and for splitting the string, we used the split function. For converting into uppercase, we used the upper function. For converting into lowercase, we used the lower function. So similar to the functions in string handling, which are used to work on strings, Python also supports several functions in order to work on files. Some functions are used to create a file. Some functions are used to read a file. Some functions are used to update a file, delete a file, etc. So there are a lot of functions which are supported by Python in order to work on these files. Okay. So see here, as we discussed so far, in order to work with the files, we need to know 3 steps: opening a file, working on that file, and closing a file. So in Python, if you want to open a file, there is one function called as open function. So this open function is used to open a file in Python. Okay, this open function is used to open a file in Python. Okay, right. So let us see here. For example, as we discussed so far, we need to have an open function in order to open a file. So before that, you have to declare a variable. For example, a equal to open. So by just calling this open function will never open a file. We have to mention the program, which file we are trying to open, and what is the mode of that file. So I will explain, don't worry. So in order to open a file, we need to write this open function in the program. So before open function, we have to maintain a variable. Now see here, what will happen is that for open function, so for this open function, we are going to pass two parameters. The first one is the name of the file which we are trying to open, and the second one is the mode of the file. First one is the name of the file, and second one is the mode of the file. I will show it by writing here. So see here, if I want to open a file, as we discussed so far, we need to write open function. This open function is going to take two parameters. Okay, this open function is going to take two parameters. Parameter number one, name of the file, and then parameter number two, mode of the file. So name of the file and mode of the file. So here, for example, on the desktop, I have a file called as Python. Okay, if I want to open this one, if I pass Python, we are going to get an error. When we say a equal to open of Python, then the Python compiler do not know where this Python file has been located. So we have to pass the complete path of that file. Complete path. So change the thing, name of the file with complete path, with complete path. Complete path in the sense, for example, if you go here and if you have a right click on this Python file, and if you see the properties of this file, you will know the path, you will know the location where this Python has been stored. You can see here. So the location of this Python file is that C:/user/user/desktop. So this Python file was located in C drive. So in computer system, it is common. We have C drive, D drive, E and F drives, right? So in C drive, there is a folder called as users. And in the users, there is a folder called as user. And in that user, there is a folder called as desktop. And in that desktop, we are having this Python file. So we have to copy this path, right? We have to copy this path and we have to paste this path here. Now, our Python compiler is going to concentrate at this position. It is going to look at C in C drive, users, in users, user, and in user, it is going to look in the desktop. Here we have to provide the file name. If you observe the properties here, yet at this location, we had a file called as Python. So provide here the Python, and then we have to provide the type of the file. So type of the file will be mentioned here. If it is a text file, there we will have the extension of .txt. If it is a C file, we have the extension of .c. If it is a CPP file, that is C++ file, we have the extension of .cpp. If it is a Java file, we will have the extension of .java. And if it is a HTML file, we have the extension of .html. Okay, so similar to the type of the file, it may be a C file or a Perl programming language or a Ruby programming language, whatever it may be. It may be of any type. So for the Python compiler, we need to mention the type of the file also. Okay, we need to mention the type of the file also. So now the Python compiler is very clear. We are not just giving Python. It does not know where that Python is located in the computer system. Now we are mentioning that this Python is a text file. Okay, .txt. Whenever we say txt, Python will understood that it is a text file. So Python is a text file, and it was in desktop, where the desktop was in user, where the user was in users, where the users was in C drive. Now the Python compiler will completely know where the exact location of the file. Okay, see here. So for the open function, we have to pass two parameters, 1, 2, where one is the name of the file with complete path and extension. If it is text file, we need to provide .txt, and if it is another file, if it is a document file, we need to pass .doc. Right. So see here. So we have to pass these things within the double quotes. Right. We have to pass these things within the double quotes. Right. So we have to mention the path. Right. We have to mention the path within the double quotes, comma. There is one more thing here. What is that? The second one is that mode of the file. What do you mean by the mode of the file? So once the file has been opened, okay, once the file has been opened, now we have to give some clarity for the Python compiler about the operation what we are going to perform on this file. Okay, any programming language cannot open the file with all the possible operations. We can only open the file with any one or two operations what we mentioned here. Okay, so see here, for example, in Python supports different modes of file. For example, if we want to open a file with read mode, Okay, if we want to open a file with read mode, we have to pass R. Okay, when we pass something called as R here, now this file, this python.txt file, which was located in this location, right, in this location, will be opened, because we had called the method of open, will be opened in read mode. So now this entire data inside this Python text will be moved into the object A. Now some amount of memory will be created under the name of A. In that A, this python.txt file data will be stored, and in this data we cannot write anything, or we cannot delete anything, or we cannot perform any other operations other than reading. Okay, other than reading, we cannot perform any operations, because we had opened that file in read mode. See here, this is the use of this variable. When we simply write without using this variable, a file may be opened, but that file cannot be stored anywhere. But if you write this A equal to open function, so this file is going to be opened in read mode, and the data of that file will be stored in a variable A. So now a memory location with A will be created, and in this memory location, that python.txt file, the data inside the python.txt file will be stored here, and one can read this data. No one cannot write this data, and no one can append this data, because we have given the read mode. Okay, so now, and similar to this one, if you want to read the data from the file, we have to pass read mode. That read mode is defined by R. And if you want to append the data, what do you mean by appending the data? So append the data, we need to pass A. What do you mean by appending the data? For example, if I have passed the append mode, that is A, when I pass A, the Python compiler will understand we have to open the file in append mode. So append mode in the sense, see here, in this Python file, we have already some data in this file. So the data has been ended with some not. Okay, when we open the file with append mode, appending in the sense writing something to the existing one. So if we want to add some more data with already existing data, so here in this file we have already some data. If you don't want to delete all the data, we want to add some more data here. If we want to add some more data here, we can open the file in append mode. Okay, we can open the file in append mode. So when we open the file in append mode, now same memory location will be created for A, and the entire data will be written here. And now the cursor is waiting at one particular position, at last position. So if you write the data, your data will be added from the next lines. This is appending. Okay, this is appending. And at the same time, if you want to, just a second. So if you want to open a file in write mode, we have to pass W. So what happens when we pass W here? So when we pass W here, right, W here, some space will be created with the name A, because the variable name is A. Now in this variable, python.txt file will be opened, and the entire data in python.txt file will be deleted. And now the cursor is waiting at the starting position. If you write something here, all old data will get deleted, and what you write in this program will be left in that file. So see here, if we open the file in this write mode, if we open the same file in write mode, this all data will get deleted. No data will be there in this file. So whatever you write in the code will be left here. Okay. So the difference between write mode and append mode is that write mode will write the data from the starting of the file. Append mode will write the data from the ending of the file. So when we open the file in write mode, if there is a file called as python.txt, it will get opened. And if there is no file called as python.txt at this particular location, a new file with this name will be created, and then data will be written in that file. Okay. And then there is one more mode. If we want to create a file by using Python, we can use X. So when we write something called as X here, X, now a python.txt file will be created at this location. Okay, so till now we had studied about 4 modes. If we want to create a file, we go for the mode X. If we want to read the data from the file, we go for the mode R. And if we want to write the data into the file, we go for the mode W. And if we want to append the data, we go for A. Okay, this is what we use the modes. And at the same time, for example, in a program, I want to read and I want to write the data. I want to read the data from the file. At the same time, I want to write the data. And in such cases, I can use R plus W, where R stands for read mode and W stands for write mode. At the same time, I want to perform read and write operations. If I want to perform read and write operations, I can use R plus W. So this file can be opened for reading purpose and at the same time for writing purpose. Okay, and then in addition to these type of modes, you can specify a file should be handled as binary or text. So you can specify how you are handling a file or how you are opening a file, whether in terms of binary mode or text mode. So if you want to mention that you are working with the text file, you can supply T, or if you want to specify you are working with binary, you can supply B. So T specifies text, right? T specifies text and B specifies binary. Okay, so this binary mode is used for images. For example, if I want to open an image file in Python program, we cannot open that image in form of text. So that image should be opened in some other way. That some other way is called as binary. So that image, total image will be converted into equivalents, ones and zeros, and that will be opened into our program. So when we are working with the images, we go for this binary mode. So how we can supply whether we are opening the file in text mode or binary mode? If you supply RT, right? If you supply RT, then the Python compiler will know that you are going to open a file in read mode, and in that you are working with the text file. And at the same time, when you supply RB, you are opening a file in read mode and you are working with binary type files. Okay, now I think you all have some idea on this one. Okay, so see here. So I'm revising revising the things. Files in Python, we can work with the files in Python. Working with the files in the Python in the sense reading the data from the file, writing the data into the file, appending, copying, and finding a string or data in the file, etc. So anything, if we want to work with the files, we need to work along with the procedure. So there is some procedure in working with the file. The procedure is that if you want to read the data from a file, we need to open the file, we need to read the data. After reading the data, we have to close the file. If you want to write the data into the file, we need to open the file and then write the data into the file and then close the file. So for any operation, it may be reading or it may be writing, it may be copying, appending, etc. For such purposes, First, we need to open that file. After opening the file, we have to perform the operation. And after performing the operation, we need to close the file. So opening and closing file is common for all the operations. So in between the opening and closing the file, we have to perform such operation. Okay. So first, let us look at how to open a file. So in order to open a file, we have to use the function called as open function in Python. And that open function, for that open function, we have to pass two parameters. That is parameter number 1 and parameter number 2. So what is parameter number 1? It is the name of the file with complete path and extension. So by simply giving the file name, the Python compiler will not open the file. So along with the file name, we have to provide the complete path in the sense the location of the file where it was stored in the computer system, and along with the extensions. So extension in the sense there are different types of files, text files, binary files, or something called as a Java files, C files, etc. So we need to pass the file name with the complete path and extension. And for as the second parameter, we need to pass the mode of the file. So the mode of the file may be depending upon the work we want to make on the files. So if you want to read the files, we need to pass R. If you want to append the files, we need to pass A. And if you want to write the data into the files, we need to pass W. And if you want to create a new file by using Python program, you have to pass X. And at the same time, sometimes we have to work with something called as images. So working with the images, we cannot bring the image as a text into our program. During that time, we have to work with the binary. So in order to open a file in binary mode, we go for B, and in order to open a file in text mode, we go for T. So this is all what we have studied so far in terms of files. And with this, I am going to close today's session. And in tomorrow's session, we can see how we can read the data from the file, and how we can write the data into the file, and how we can close the file, and with the help of 3 or 4 examples on files. Okay, so if anybody is having the doubt so far, you can raise your hands. If anybody is having the doubt so far, you can raise your hands. Okay, if there are no doubts, I am going to close today's session, and we will meet you in the next class with some examples on files in Python. Thank you very much.